What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed Tuesday watching this before it gets started on last week's NXT before NXT starts tonight. I had to talk about it. Good ass episode. But real quick, I got to give a shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. 423 on YouTube, 123 or 122 Rumble, I believe. Regardless, thank you so very much. And forgive me for being so late, but I wanted to talk about this episode because there was some good shit that happened. So we start off with the North American Championship match. You have, it's not confidence, it's all ego. Mr. Ethan Page going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT North American Champion, the Pebble, aka Ricky Maivia, aka the Revolution will be televised, Ricky Saints. Now, I love this match, but I don't know which match I loved more, this one or the match directly after this. But the spot of the match was when Ethan Page hit that ego cutter on Ricky using the bottom of the chair. I'm like, I've never seen that before. Maybe it's been done before, but that's the first time I've seen it. And Ricky sold the fuck out of it. I'm like, that's how you fucking sell. And that's what the psychology of this match focused on. Ethan Page trying to crush this man's trachea. Like it's fucking Mortal Kombat or some shit. But fast forward to the finish. See, Ethan Page uses the ropes almost like a whiplash to Ricky's throat, hits the ego cutter one more time. 1, 2, 3, and no! NXT North American Champion. It's not confidence, it's all ego. Ethan Page. Definitely wasn't expecting this, but I welcome it. We don't get enough title changes on these shows if you ask me, especially on the fucking main roster. So I'm all for it. Now, as far as Ricky Saints, more than likely he's going to go after Oba Femi because he wants to be NXT World Champion. Now, would I drop the belt to him if I'm Oba Femi? No. I'm not going to hold you, no. Right? But, I mean, if he wins, I mean, I'm not going to be mad at it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But Oba has to get called up at some point, you know what I mean? But I don't want to see Oba drop the belt just yet. Right? But nonetheless, this was a good ass match. I enjoyed it. I see some shit that I normally don't see watching this shit, so I appreciate it. Moving on backstage, we get a promo from Fatal Attraction. JC Jane said that she's gonna bring gold back to Fatal Attraction since Fallon Henley is a jobber and she lost the Women's North American Championship to Stephanie in the first place. We then get a segment with Yoshiki Inamura, the big homie, and Josh Briggs. I was looking at his tattoos. I'm like, this man is a DC fan. I see that Green Lantern tattoo. Man's got good taste. Alright, but Yoshiki says that he's back because he wants all the gold. You know, and Josh is like, yeah, the tag team titles? He's like, yes, but even bigger. So Yoshiki also has his eyes on the NXT World Championship, and I'm all for it. I like the big homie Yoshi, not Super Mario. But as far as the tag team titles, either Briggs and Inamura or OTM need to win those belts next. Alright, we move on to the next match, right, which is arguably, I don't know which match I like more, because in this match I seen shit, I'm like, man, it's like this is the type of matches that I want to see more of, you know what I mean? But we get Tavion Heights from No QCC going up against my nigga Mike Santana from TNA. Alright, it's crazy hearing TNA chants in NXT. You got NXT chants in TNA. It's just crazy, right? But this was also a good ass match. And my favorite spot in this match was when Tavion hit that gut wrench suplex to Santana. I'm like, I can't remember the last time I seen a gut wrench suplex in a fucking match. I'm like, that's the shit I want to see more of. Different suplexes, right? Go back to the fucking basics because it works, alright? We fast forward to the finish. Santana hits that spin the block, clothesline to Tavion Heights. 1, 2, 3. Santana goes over. After the match, we see Santana. He says big ups to Tavion because they know they had a dope ass match just now. And we see the disapproval from Charlie Dempsey, looking like the player hater of the year. Moving on, get a little video segment with I don't know what the fuck you call these guys. Like at Wesley's stable. And they said their little shit, but what they should do is have these guys go after the Nemeth brothers. You know, have them go after the TNA tag titles. That's what they could do. Then go backstage with Chase Not You, see Tom Green, see the Timu Von Wagner, and we see DJ Dom Dollar. Andre said, listen guys, you guys need to take risk. You understand? Right, so Timu Von Wagner and Dom Dollar, they go to Ava. They're like, we want a tag team match. Ava was like, okay, perfect. Next week, you three against Dark State, or the State of Darkness. Andre was like, you idiot. We're not a team. Alright, so next week, they're going to get their asses whooped by the State of Darkness. We then move on to my favorite segment of this show. You have the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo. He has a heart-to-heart conversation and sit down with Luca Crucifino. Tony was like, I thought you got whacked out there in the desert. Come to find out, at Battleground, there you are, just staring at me. Luca was like, I didn't know what to do. Tony says, look, I ain't got time for this, Luca. Luca says, on my mother's retinas, alright? Stax drove me out there in the desert and let me go. Tony says, he just let you go, huh? Why didn't you call? Luca was like, hey, you know, you put Riz into hiding, you know, Stax jumped you at the safe house. I didn't want to put any of you guys in jeopardy. Tony says, nah, something don't smell right. And then Luca was like, listen, you know, Riz, her phone was disconnected, you know, and I've been seeing what's been going on the past few weeks, so I figured I had to do something. Tony says, so you come back at Battleground and you cost me the match. And Luke was like, that wasn't my intention. Tony says, well, what was your intention? You know what? Shut it. I don't trust nobody right now. I know who Tony can trust, and that's Adriana Rizzo's fine ass. Bring her back. Where is she at? You know what I mean? You know, but that's it for the segment. We then move on. We get a promo from the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion here in NXT. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Yeah, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. I like it. Oh yeah, man. Trick Williams. Looking like he got his outfit from Rumble Roses. What the fuck was he wearing? I don't know. But he comes out, he says that you're looking at the new TNA World Champion. And I don't want y'all to cheer for me. All y'all turn your back on me when y'all sang that cheesy ass song from Average Joe. And the crowd chants Average Joe, Average Joe, Average Joe, which is crazy. Like, that's actually crazy. Trick then says, all you people here, you turn your back on me, so I don't give a damn about none of y'all. Right? I went to TNA and I took over. I keep hearing all this shit about, you know, NXT, TNA, NXT, don't cross the line. Well, I'm here to tell you, I am the line, and you better not cross me. A lot of legends once held this belt. People like Kurt Angle, people like Drew McIntyre, people like Bubba Ray, people like AJ Styles, but none of them pale in comparison to Trick Williams. He then gets interrupted by my nigga Mike Santana. He says, Big Willie style, Trick Williams, what's going on? Allow me to introduce myself. Trick stops him. He says, hold on, player. Your first mistake was bringing your goofy ass out here and interrupting me. You see this belt? It's around my shoulder. I call the shots around here. Until you understand the pressures of carrying a company, I call the shots around here. I run shit around here. And I tell you when you could come out here and talk to me. Santana was like, yeah, that's real funny and all. I can't stand people like you, B. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? We mean people like him. I'm joking, but Santana was like, you carrying that belt is a complete mockery to guys like me that busted their ass to put TNA on the map. And look at you. I see right through you, B. You're fake. You're a fake ass wrestler. You're a fake ass rapper. You come out here with these fancy ass high heels and tight ass pants on, looking sexy as fuck. And I'm telling you straight up, I'm a badass but weak buff from the Bronx, and I'm the realest and illest you ever been in the ring with. And I'm taking back that TNA World Heavyweight Championship back to TNA where it belongs. Trick then says, you keep running your yap to me, I'm gonna take off these lemon pepper steppers and dog walk your bitch ass. They get interrupted by Santino Marella. He says, hello to the NXT universe. It's none other than me, Santino Marella, the director of Authority. And listen, Trick Williams, you are indeed the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. But you will be a fighting champion. And I already talked to Ava, so next week it will be Tricky Williams versus Mikey Santana for the TNA World Championship. After this, Mike goes to shake Trick's hand. Trick looks down, he looks up, walks away. That shit will never not be hilarious. Right? But then Trick tries to go for the cheap shot, and then Mike whoops his ass, throws him out the ring, whips up the belt, and we already know there's not going to be a clean winner next week. But we move on, we see the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Women's World Champion, the Chilean Don Peace, Bonito Applebomb, Sister God Put Me On, the Sexy Goat Demon Chick, La Primera herself, Stephanie Van Care, talking with Ava. And the only thing that happened here was the announcement of a tag team match. It's going to be Stephanie Van Care and Booty Caliente, Little Vice against Dalise and Chick Tormenta. And I will check out Worlds Collide. I'll probably do a review if I have no time, because there's that and Money in the Bank on the same fucking day. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of fucking wrestling. But I got you guys. Alright? You then move on to the next match, and that's Tatum Paxley versus Amos Parker, Jada Parker. They showed footage from last week as to why these two are fighting. Jada whoops Dia Hale's ass out of nowhere, just randomly. That was hilarious. And then she looks at Tatum, she was like, I kind of do feel sad for you. Tatum was like, really? And then Jada was like, hell nah, you dumb as fuck. And then walks away. I didn't get to cover that episode, but I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. that's hilarious. But nah, I do feel bad for Tatum Paxley, because her stable gets packed up, her husband gets packed up, like, in just one fell swoop. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. That's tough. But we get the match. I like both these ladies. I think both of them should be getting pushed, but only one can go over. Fast forward to the finish. We see Jada hits the mask from all that ass, the hypnotic, to Tatum. 1, 2, 3. Jada Parker goes over. We then see a grown-ass woman that is Dia Hale comes for the save, attacks Jada Parker. So this feud will continue. But moving on, we get the debut of LFG's male winner, Jasper Troy. And I will finish the series on this channel at some point, right? Like, I don't know a time frame because I'm trying to get caught up on other shit, but I will finish the series on this channel, alright? But we get the match. She runs a squash match against Dante Chen, who they're not doing shit with. The crowd chanted, Jasper's gonna kill you. Jasper's gonna kill you. So you already know what time it is. Fast forward to the finish. Jasper hits the black hole slam. 1, 2, 3. Jasper Choi goes over. We then see the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT World Champion Dirula Oba Femi. Oba says, Jasper, I'm gonna give you the courtesy that you didn't give me last week. I could have came into that ring, body whopped your ass 6 ways from Sunday, but you have the ruler's attention. But your 5 minutes of fame is over. We then go backstage with No Quarter Cash Crew. We see Miles, see Charles, they're arguing. Charles says, I don't think you're ready to navigate those trenches on your own. Miles says, I think I am. I took Oba Femi to the limit at Battleground. And to prove it, why don't I beat you? Charles says, beat me? Impossible. Miles says, if I beat you, then you have to let me go. They shake hands, and that's it. So we move on, we get a promo from It's Not Confidence, It's All Ego, the new NXT North American Champion. He gets interrupted by Javon Evans, who introduces Laredo Kid, and then we see Javon introduce Ray Phoenix, who's already down here in NXT. Not a good sign. But all this was to promote a fatal 4-way Worlds Collide. Now, do I think Ethan Page is going to drop the belt? Probably not. But it might be a good match. Right? We then go backstage, see Tatum talking with Zarya and Soruka. They're like, don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. But in the background, we see the Coling stalking Tatum Paxley. So we'll see what comes from this. But then we move on to the main event. And it's for the NXT Women's World Championship. You have JC Jane repping Fatal Influence, and she's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Women's World Champion, the Chilean dime piece. Benito Applebaum says, you gotta put me on. The sexy goat deeping chick, La Primera, Stephanie the Care. Right? And this was interesting. This was very, very interesting. Fast forward to the finish, where we see Fatal Influence, they get involved, and they're teasing this tension, this hostility within Fatal Influence. Right? But tonight, they were together. Right? We see JC hits the roaring elbow. 1, 2, 3. And no! NXT Women's World Champion JC Jane. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, that's crazy that JC got that belt before Gigi Dolan. I'm like, hey man, but it is what it is. Big ups to JC Jane, the new NXT Women's World Champion. She deserved it. She's been on this fucking roster for a hot fucking minute. I also like how once Triple A got involved, Stephanie was like, I'm good. Yo, I'll drop the belt. Call me up. Get me the fuck out of here, man. But yeah, that's it for this episode. The crowd's in disbelief, like this obvious plant right here. But that's it. You know, I love it. This was a great episode. And I know a lot of people talk shit about NXT, talking about, oh, it's a caricature of a wrestling show, and that, like, oh, they're like on some high school drama shit, and they're a bunch of jobbers, this, that, and third. But I'm here to tell you, it's still better than Raw and SmackDown combined. But that's all I gotta say about this bullshit, so I want to hear from you guys. Did you guys enjoy this episode of NXT? Now, right before we see NXT later on tonight, you know, let me know your guys' thoughts. But with that said, it's those who go out their way and like, comment on my videos, thank you so very much. To those who go out their way and dislike my videos, big ups to you. More power to you. As far as the next video, it will be Evolve. More than likely. If not, tonight's episode of NXT. Alright, but I gotta talk about what happened on Evolve. I don't know if I'll get caught up on the previous episodes, because I hear people talking about Yam Yam Bigelow being set to Evolve instead of getting released. It is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I'm still surprised that Candice, I never drew a dime, LeRae, is still on this fucking roster. You know what I mean? Man, she's worse than fucking Nikita. At least with Yam Yam, I got something to look at because that's a whole lot of women. But let me stop. Wasting enough of your guys' time, so with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.